Chief Femi Fani Kayode is known for his eloquence, choice of words, articulation, and the relationship he enjoys with people across Nigeria. He's from the Yoruba-speaking part of Nigeria, southwest, but he's known, and he also has a chieftaincy title from the northern part of Nigeria. He's been married severally. He's been married to, I think, 3 or 4 different women. And his most recent marriage was to Precious Chikwendu, an ex-beauty queen, whose nickname is known as Snow White. Well, for the time that they stayed together, it was a bit full of drama. And she complained of the types of treatment she received from Chief Femi Fani Kayode. A few days ago, she dropped a startling revelation that for the 6 years she was with him, they had no conjugal relationship as should be expected between a husband and a wife. She talked about how renowned people like the late TB Joshua, Namadi Sabo, and the other renowned Igbo person who intervened at one point or the other to settle the issues they had in the marriage. But all did not work because she was fed up and she had to take a walk from the marriage. However, before now, whenever they have issues, they will try to, she said, he will always come back to plead with her to come back home, and she does. And that she was just going through so much at that time. Now, the 4 kids, yes, she has 4 kids in the marriage. Actually, 2 pregnancies, but 4 children. She had a son as a first child, and she also had a set of triplets, right? So making 4 sons. And I think they're just about 1 year difference between them. So they are actually all still babies, very tender children. So when she left her husband's house out of frustration and out of DV in the marriage, I don't want to mention the word because of YouTube, she had to find solace somewhere with her friend. But from that point, it has still been one trouble or the other. We're always going to one court or the other, always have, the enforcement agents, going after her and all of that. She's relatively had no peace since that time she's left her husband's home. So with this background information, just a few hours ago, a renowned stylist, Toyin Lawani, came into the picture. Toyin Lawani is a household name in the entertainment industry. This lady is famously known for stunning outfits for some big names in the entertainment industry, and she has been doing great with the job for years. She's also a mother of 3 beautiful children at the age of 39. A while ago, when Toyin Lawani had done this outfit you can see on the screen, and Femi Fani Kayode made a comment by saying ghetto rubbish. Well, Toyin did not respond at that time like that. However, when this incident between Fani Kayode and his former wife, Precious Chikwendu, happened, she felt it's her time to actually talk about Fani Kayode. And she said, if you talk about me, definitely I will talk about you. So it's now time for Toyin Lawani to have our own pound of flesh on Mr. Femi Fani Kayode. So what exactly did she say? She made a long post on her Instagram page, which I'm going to read to you in the next few minutes. So definitely this is not going to end here. This is just going to be a long drag. She said, see this, I don't want to mention that word, man. You can just dash about me, but can't settle your home. Busy torturing a mother, taking her 4 kids away from her, not allowing her see them for over a year, arresting the mother of your kids, pushing her to run around to one court or the other, held you a dash. I don't want to mention that word. That's why everyone is not speaking up for her. It's extremely sad everyone choose to use their voice and platform for some kids and not for some cause of who is involved. See, mister, I sat down my own. You spoke about me. If you talk about me, I'll talk about you. Try. Even if it's under supervision, let a mother see her kids. I don't care what transpired between you people. Drop that ego. Drop that shoulder of yours and do the right thing. God knows I don't know a Snow Whitey, and I've never met her, but I have been crying for her. If someone stops me from seeing my kids, I might dash myself. When I couldn't see my first child for 5 years while she was in America, I was quite depressed. Everyone didn't know my pains, but it wasn't a good one. I missed out on so many important moments, like her first period, etc. Not to talk of the tender age those 4 kids are right now. They need their mother. Let's all stand up and speak up for this lady. Nothing wrong in doing so. And people are calling out the B. I don't want to mention the word. I'm wondering why your name is not number 1 on that list. If you're a mother and you know the pain of having kids, please tag every mother on this post to speak up for this lady. Wow, this is quite an emotional post. And I particularly took an interest in this post because she did not mention, the personal problem that has been spilled on social media between her. What Precious said about her ex. I still use husband and wife for them. They cohabited. So let's just say husband and wife. That they had that he's not able to, do his manly thing for the 6 years because he has an issue with, his, and so I like the fact that Toyin did not go there. That's quite sensitive, honestly. And it wasn't that even that Precious mentioned that in a post. She said it. It was in the, I think, court papers, right? That she tendered to the courts that, people grabbed it and posted it online. So I like the fact that she didn't mention that Femi Fani Kayode has that kind of issue. So what she's dragging is that, okay, you drag people to say ghetto, whatever. What you're doing is wrong to a mother of 4. And that is where I choose to lean towards. Those children are under 7. And I think according to the law, children under 7 or under 10 are supposed to be with their mother. And they are boys. 4 babies. Let me put them like that. 4 tender babies. And she had them through, is it IVF? It's called an embryonic pregnancy or something. So those children are still very tender. They should be with their mom. And Fani Kayode, has paraded a lot of women since this lady left. Maybe it was just a kind of pepper them gang. Because I think he has posted like 3 or 4 women, surrendering them. Oh, beautiful, something. Like that's very immature. Because it's just a year. She said she saw her children last on the 2nd of August 2020. And this is December 2021. All right. And he has paraded like 3 women. Well, the most consistent is this last lady that he likes to sing the praise and everything. That's his business. Right. He has a right to move on. But the children, the babies, need to see their mother. So dragging her to court and trying to make an issue that she wasn't okay upstairs or something is just cooking up cock and bull stories, if I must say. What the court should do, if the case is properly looked into, let the mother have custody of the children, and you provide. Okay, he's had 5 girls all his life. 5 girls, right? So she's the one that went through. He persuaded her to have the embryonic pregnancy. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The medical people know the correct words. Which she did twice. The first one, the son. The second one, also 3 boys, 3 sons. All right, within a span of, I think, 5 years that she had them. So whatever the issue is, even if, like Toyin Lawani said, even if for them to have supervision when she's visiting her children, which I don't think is necessary. Let them spend some time, even if it's weekends, let them go and spend weekend with their mom. Because the truth is, another woman is in the house. And no woman can take care of those children like the mother. Taking care of 4 babies is even a strain on the new woman. I stand to be corrected. Because we know how handful babies are. Even having 1 child is a lot of work. Not 2, not 3, 4. So the woman will still be struggling. And I think the woman too is, she's not had babies herself. So it's a lot of struggle just entrusting 4 babies with her. It's a lot of work. Let's be realistic here. Their mom is still alive. Their mom is okay. Let her take care of her children. And this is what Precious just posted also. She said, wow. So his lawyer just casually throws it in that one of my sons has COVID while having an argument in court as reasons why I won't be allowed to access to my kids and I'm to keep mute. My last baby has physical injuries on his head and I'm to stay calm. Mbano. Till you return my kids, I will file all the necessary evidences available. So you can see. So they're saying because one of them had COVID and everything. What about the one that doesn't have? What are they hiding? Let us see our children. Let us see our children. Our whatever is very selective. Like Toyin Lawani rightly said, everybody doesn't want the trouble of Chief Femi Fani Kayode. But what he's doing, I don't think it's okay at all. Let the mother of the children take care of her 4 children. And from what we heard, his 5 other children don't really have good relationship with him. And one has gotten married years ago and he was not even part of the marriage. They didn't call him to the wedding. So, this is what people will call serial husband. You've had first wife, second wife, third wife, and none of them are staying. They are leaving. And that's the problem a lot of we women make. When we see her, like she said this in an interview she had with Chide. She said, well, he didn't really tell her everything. He told her he was divorced from the last wife that was there. And after she got in with him, she now saw a marriage certificate and she was asking him to say, oh, were you really married to Regina legally? And he couldn't say anything. She said, okay, where are the divorce papers? And he said there were no divorce papers. I said, wow. So you are still married to her. You are still married to her. And you didn't let me know. This is a man in his 60s. I don't see what you want to hide from your past. This is what it is, and that's it. And for this lady to have taken so long, if it's true that he's not able to do those things that is required of a man to do, right? You should just let peace reign, because you need your peace of mind. You need your good health. Because sometimes even a lot of bad vibes we keep within us, a lot of negativity, a lot of anger and whatever, if it's too much, it becomes toxic. And even the health that you're trying to take care of, it will be a challenge. At almost 60, he's looking at 70 in front of him. He's 60 something. Look at her here. I don't need to say more. It's just so unsettling that we are very selective. So on this one, I do agree with Toyin Lawani to say let the mothers of the baby have our babies, period. Or you share the custody. A lot of people are doing co-parenting and there's no problem. She mentioned in the interview, please go and check it on with Childe platform. She mentioned how important personality in the society, even the late TB Joshua was one of them. They will say, come, let me have a discussion with you, please. Maybe after he has, done her in a way that is not good, then he will send the personality to say, please speak to my wife. And she will say, okay, she will go back again. But the truth of the matter is, you can only be alive and sane to be a mother. And sometimes you think, oh, when we get married to a mature man, then, everything will be fine. Then we understand you. It doesn't go like that. A man who is not mature is not mature, regardless of the age. Regardless. So even if things are not working out between the couple, which is fine, it happens. It doesn't deny the fact that she's still the mother of the children. So let her have access to her children. How long are you going to keep our babies away from her? How long? Why are you using that? It's not it. I don't know why we don't have a functional social welfare in our country. These kind of cases will not even get to court. It's welfare. Okay, Mr. A, talk your own. Mrs. B, talk your own. What is the issue? Whatever issue it is, the children are involved. Let's settle it. We move on. That's my own opinion on this. And I hope Mr. Femi Fani Kayode would think twice, or will have people who can speak with him. They even mentioned that the musician Mrs. Oyekan intervened at one point, for peace to reign. But when the center can no longer hold. So, and mental health is very issue. You can see this lovely, beautiful woman going through all of this. I'm not saying she's an angel in the marriage, but knowing Chief Fani Kayode for what he is, the news that went out, he would have debunked it, or he would have come out to respond, or something. Or maybe he's trying to grow into this maturity state now. We don't know. I don't respect someone, no matter how highly placed you are, if you're not doing the right thing. It's wrong. How would you keep four babies away from their mother? It's wrong. Our law is very selective and it's not good. And that's why we're having issues. Even children who grow up with fathers and mothers have, they grow up with some traits that are not acceptable. How much more now making the woman go through a lot of pain? Look at Toyin here. She has her children. Whatever circumstances, that's her personal business. But she takes care of her children. So please, we are begging Chief Femi Fani Kayode, please let Snow Whitey, your ex-wife or whatever, have custody. Share the custody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll give you more updates on this one because we need to start having conversations. I don't believe in bringing people down or cursing people. That doesn't really work. What works is let's have a conversation. Okay, she has said her own part. What is your own part? What does the law say? What is the right thing? And the society will be a better place. And before we say it, it will come out and say people are talking about him. For crying out loud, they bring their information online. So people will definitely give their own opinion about their matter. Thank you so much, guys. I'm sure to see you in my next video. Bye for now.